Welcome everybody once again to the 1997 NR2003 Draft Series to the modern heartland of NASCAR, Charlotte Motor Speedway, the UAW-GM Quality 500. I'm Michael Paz, alongside me, a new face this time, Anthony McClure.
Hi everyone, it's a pleasure to join you, Michael. Now let's talk about Charlotte. This track is a 1.5 mile quad oval speedway with 24 degrees of banking in each of the four corners. 140 laps tonight with about a 60 to 66 fuel window, so that equals to 2 stops, but we'll see what strategies the crew chiefs got planned if they want to undercut or overcut or whatever else they want to do. And depending on what happens during the race, we could see some fuel saving as well, maybe. The most notable part of this racetrack is how narrow turn 4 is, which drivers will have to keep an eye out if they're racing side by side with other competitors.
So the great thing is these guys are going to have to look out, and they're going to also have to keep in mind the championship here, where it's looking ever more likely that Bobby Hamilton is the favorite to win the championship. He leads by 153 points over Derrike, who in the last 4 races has finished in the top 10 only once. Third in points is Dale Earnhardt, 230 points behind, and he's been on a bit of a slump. He has not had a top 10 since Michigan, 6 races ago.
Yeah, the championship is pretty much wrapped up, but if I were you, I would keep an eye on 4th place in points Jeff Gordon. He has finished in the top 10 in 9 of the last 11 races, only being interrupted by a 34th at Michigan and a 12th at Dover. He's looking to get back in victory lane, and what better place to do it than the place where he won his first race at, Charlotte Motor Speedway in the Coca-Cola 600.
With that in mind, it gives good odds again for Jeff Gordon. He's been a guy I've been saying for weeks has been needing to, I think a win is going to really help him. He's got a lot of great finishes, but it's always that case to where once you get a win for the first time in a while, it just takes so much pressure off of you and your team. And right now, as it stands, on pole today would be the number 10 of Bobby Hamilton. Who else but your championship leader, continuing a great run. Alongside him, the number 3 of Derrike, second in points, 1-2. Let's make it that easy. Row number 2, the 33 of Terry Labonte, alongside the 11 of Mike Skinner. Then in row number 3, it's the 25 of Steve Park, alongside the 18 of Michael Waltrip. Then in 7th, it's the number 99 of Ricky Rudd, winning twice in the last 3 weeks here, alongside the 17 of Ward Burton. Then to round out your top 10, it's the number 30 of Rusty Wallace, alongside the number 29 of Randy LaJoie, officially making his return after his injury the first time we were here at Charlotte, some odd weeks back.
In the next row, we got Bobby Labonte and Bill Elliott side by side. In the next row is Mark Martin, 9th in points and like speed. And then it's Jack Sprague and Ken Schrader. And then it's Hermie Sadler and Dale Earnhardt Jr. Then his father right behind him, Dale Earnhardt Sr., trying to turn his season around after multiple awful finishes. And then we got Robbie Gordon starting 20th.
And now let's take a look at the second half of the field here. It is the number 37 of Johnny Benson Jr. for Kranefuss Haas, alongside another junior. It's Ron Hornaday Jr., the top rookie right now. Then in 23rd, it's the 40 of Todd Bodine. He's been having a couple of good finishes off and on, in between actually coming off of 2 DNQs. So looking to get back on track there. Then in 24th, the 9 of Morgan Shepherd. Then in 25th, it's the other Kranefuss Haas car, Ricky Craven, alongside the number 46 of Mike Bliss for Sopco. 27th, it's Dale Jarrett for Petty Penske Enterprises, alongside the 95 of Wally Dallenbach. Then to round out your top 30, it's the number 4 of Jeff Burton and the number 28 of Harry Gant.
31st is actually the 31 car, that being John Andretti. Alongside him is Joe Ruttman. 33rd is Jeff Gordon in the number 6, who we were just talking about in the pre-race, starting 33rd all the way back here. Alongside him is Sterling Marlin, and 35th is Michael McLaughlin, and 36th is Joe Nemechek. 37th is Ernie Irvin, and 38th is Elliott Sadler. 39th is David Green, and 40th is Jeremy Mayfield. As we get near the rear of the field, we got 41st. In 41st is Kevin Harvick. 42nd is Ted Musgrave. And in your final spot, 43rd, Jimmy Spencer, rounds out your 43-car starting grid.
So there's your starting 43 for today. It's still got a bit of time here before the race gets officially underway. I'm just looking at some of the guys so far who've been pretty consistent. We were talking about Jeff Gordon, of course, but we've also got to give credit to some of these other guys. The 9 of Morgan Shepherd, the 22 of Mark Martin. They've been putting on pretty good runs as well. Neither have finished outside the top 20 since Indianapolis, which was about 8 races ago. And then, of course, we've had our own couple of ups and downs through the last few weeks. The last 4 races have been won by either Ricky Rudd or Jeff Burton. Jeff Burton bookending the 2 wins that Ricky Rudd got in a row, one at New Hampshire, one at Dover. Burton got the wins at Richmond and Martinsville. I don't know. They might still be the current favorites, but Anthony, I'll ask you, who are you looking at for getting the win today?
Well, like in the pre-race show, I was saying I was looking at Jeff Gordon, and possibly I'm going to be looking at, obviously, Bobby Hamilton, even though he hasn't won since Indianapolis, which is, like you said, 8 races ago. He's starting on pole. I mean, sometimes qualifying doesn't translate to the race, but you could possibly see the pole sitter end up in victory lane today. But yeah, I'm also looking at Dale Earnhardt Sr. He has a good track record here at Charlotte, I believe. He's pretty good here. He's looking to turn his season around after slumping these past 6 races, and a win would surely help with that. So those are my picks to win today. So let's get this race underway, shall we?
Yeah. I'll throw in my pick for long shot. I'm going to go Mike Skinner because I always tend to go for the long shots. But we got 140 laps to figure out if he's a long shot. Let's find out. Green flag is in the air, and we're on our way at Charlotte. Bobby Hamilton off to the great start as they come down the back stretch towards turn number 3 for the first time today. He's got about 2-3 car length gap over the 33 of Terry Labonte. Steve Park in 3rd. Derrike Cope has fallen to 4th.
And Park's immediately looking to get 2nd place already.
They're side by side for a second. Park on the inside. He's got the 30. He's got it from the 33. Mike Skinner looking to take the last podium position from the 33 as well. There's 3 wide.
Rudd coming as well.
Now there's 3 wide. Coming right here. Rudd to the inside.
And that's going to see the 33 of Labonte start falling like a rock on that outside line. Looks like the inside line is so far the dominant lane to start this race. I doubt there's an outside line here at Charlotte, but we'll see. I don't think that's how the setups are set up at all. But it'll be interesting as Labonte. He's now outside the top 10.
Yeah, Labonte continuing to fall as you were talking. Now to 11th this time around. As we were talking, the outside lane has usually not been the preferred lane in a lot of these tracks so far this year. Just when you get outside, the main rubber and grip tends to level itself out on the inside to the middle lane. That very outside lane has just been kind of a no man's land as it's been a little bit through practice, and we even saw that at multiple other tracks. So it's just one of the catches so far of this season that drivers have to watch out for. You see the 88 Elite Speed, he's gotten around the 36 car. He's currently, this is for 10th.
Got some underdogs fighting each other here. Hermie Sadler in 27th in points, and Lake Speed all the way down in 43rd, battling for 10th place. They're looking for some good runs here to end the season and hopefully get some momentum for the 98 season.
Yeah,
3 wide.
Whoop. Johnny Benson Jr. to the inside of the 40 and the 22. Mark Martin got caught up in that outside lane, and he's going to lose 2 positions, maybe 3.
And yeah, just like Labonte, he's going to start falling like a rock. And, hey, shout out Labonte, there he is.
Getting it back together. That's a good thing, though. Even if you get on the outside of a lane like that, you can usually get yourself covered as long as there aren't too many cars between you and that inside lane.
Yeah, and it'll just slot right behind Labonte here, I believe, going down the back stretch, just like that. And now he could possibly start gaining ground again, as got a couple cars battling here.
Earnhardt and Jarrett, the 2 Petty Penske cars, currently tandem drafting each other past the 40 of Todd Bodine. Into turn 1 they go, and Jarrett's going to clear, and Earnhardt will clear. But one thing that we've been wanting to, we're going to have to look out for in the last few weeks, we started to announce who's going to stay and who's going to go, and the 4 decided to go right up to the side of the 30 right there. Whew. A little bit close.
Like what I was talking about in the pre-race there, it really narrows in turn 4, and if you go 3 wide, it could possibly spell doom for you and anybody else around you.
And thankfully no doom just yet. Coming up on lap number 10, and we are all still here and still racing. And it has gotten very single file out here through the first 10-15 cars. You have to go all the way back to the 94 and the 98 to get side by side, unless John Andretti wants to prove me wrong.
He wants to get into the top 10. That's another underdog there that he's getting around, Johnny Benson Jr., who's down in 29th in points, also looking for a strong run, just like Hermie and Lake Speed. And also John Andretti as well. I mean, he's 23rd in points, but you would still like a top 10, trying to improve your points position, especially considering your teammate is doing way better than you.
Yeah, he's been in that hole the entire year. He actually missed the first couple of races because of not having enough owner's points. But whenever he did make the race, he was finishing top 10 all the way up until the first road course. So he has a very good car. He just needs to work on getting into the race. And when he's made the race, he's done great because he has 3 poles on this year.
Huh. I've never heard of that kind of situation before, but hopefully that'll give him some momentum and give him some confidence for the next year, as long as he's staying with Richard Childress, of course.
I mean, right now, just going by the fortune, I would say I don't see a reason to lose him. So hopefully he does. Driving one of the few Chevy Corvettes. Yeah.
Very, very interesting model.
Yes, Richard Childress always likes to do something interesting every now and then. This time, it's bringing the Corvettes. And he's bringing the Corvette right now past the 21, helping the 36 of Hermie Sadler.
There goes the other Labonte, that being Bobby Labonte. And not really much to say on the other Labonte, to be honest.
Yeah, it's that weird kind of quiet year that Bobby Labonte has had to where it's like, it's not bad, but it's not exactly been the most stellar. We've seen him around in the top 10 a couple of times, but in recent weeks, he's just kind of been in that no man's land, just hanging around the mid-20s.
Yeah, and it definitely doesn't help that it doesn't seem like Wood Brothers is the strongest team either.
No, they're certainly one of the oldest, but they have been struggling in recent years, as you see the 37 of Johnny Benson get down to the inside, try to make a pass on him through turns 1 and 2. Yeah, I mean, Wood Brothers still looking to find their revival, in a sense. Might not come today, could come tomorrow. I think for them, only time will tell. As let's head back up to the front, see a couple of cars battling here. That's the one of Jack Sprague getting on the inside of the 3, Derrike Cope.
Yeah, Jack Sprague having a pretty solid season. 12th in points, just outside the top 10, but he's had a 7th and a 2nd in his last 2 races, and so far he's looking to get another top 10 possibly tonight, but it's still way too early to tell. As shout out Rudd as well, he's up into 2nd place.
Yeah, Ricky Rudd, it's a Ford 1-2 out here. Bobby Hamilton has led every single lap so far. 99 of Ricky Rudd. In 2nd, we got a car blowing up over there.
Oh,
that was the 71? He might have gone off to the side already. Well, let's check. Yeah, engine failure reported on the 71. Managed to limp that car over behind the wall, took the shortcut over to pit road. And I think that car, that 71, is going to be done for the day.
Well, that's probably not the most shocking thing. That Noble Racing has pretty much struggled the entire year just to even make races, and even when they do, they don't really impress anybody at all. I mean, these results aren't really eye-popping. No top 20s at all this year so far.
Yeah, it's been a real struggle for this 2-car operation, for Kyle Petty and Jimmy Spencer. They took over Dave Marcus's team and equipment, and unfortunately have not had much better success than Dave Marcus did. Well, some guy who is having success, that's Jack Sprague on the inside.
Side by side, he should easily get it.
He's able to take it without much resistance. And here comes the 25, Steve Park.
Yeah, Rudd might be in some trouble here. Oh, Steve Park had to check up a little bit there. That might allow Cope to go 3 wide if he wants to. He has no room, though. So he'll stay right behind Park instead. Look at Lake's speed. All the way up into 5th place.
Living up to the namesake right now. Lake Speed is doing a really good job in that 88 car. Now, there was talks in Robert Yates Racing that they were going to go ahead and drop one of their cars. Likely, that it was going to be the 28 car when Harry Gant retires at the end of this year, and that their equipment might start going to that team might start going to the 88, and I think that's already starting to show.
Yeah, and running in 5th place currently, and I don't imagine that Gant... Well, is he retiring this year? I think you said that.
Yes, at the end of the year.
Yeah, so I mean, with the way he's running right now, and depending on how he runs in these last couple races, he could become a possible threat next year. But we'll just have to wait and see. Maybe I'm speaking too much. Oh, we got a battle for the lead.
Jack Sprague and Bobby Hamilton. This is Hamilton's first challenge. Coming down the backstretch to turn 3. Sprague's going to have the advantage. The inside lane reigns supreme right now, and Jack Sprague takes the lead. First lead change on lap number 25.
That number 1 looks pretty fast right now. And I mean, a win here would be huge for Sprague. Like I said, he's 12th in points. Oh, he already has a win. Daytona. I mean, another one wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, I guess you could say. But I don't think Bobby Hamilton's going to give give up that lead pretty easily. He's still very close to the 1 right now.
Yeah, he's been very good at hanging on, as we've seen from his results. Top, 6 top 10s in a row. So he's definitely very good at hanging in there. But could just be laying off a little bit. Waiting for, as we start to settle into a little bit longer of a run. Remember, we're almost getting near halfway through this run in a few more laps. And we haven't really seen what the Charlotte's going to be like on long run tires, so we'll have to see how that affects everybody. Who starts to come, who starts to go.
So that'll be interesting to see how these drivers handle the few laps coming up here, how these tires behave before the first pit stop, and possibly the second pit stop. It'll be an interesting sight to see. And especially if a caution comes out from here until the first pit stop as well, to see what the strategy is.
And of course, the ever looming chance that it happens during the pit stops, which I don't believe anybody wants to see. We've seen plenty of those through the year. I think we can go without seeing another one for the rest of the season. I probably just jinxed myself saying that, but
I mean, it's fun for the fans, I guess. But yeah, nobody ever wants, as a driver, as a crew chief, the entire team, if you're pitting when a caution comes out, you never want to see that. But depending on the strategy, you could want a caution during pit stops. Sometimes we've seen that before.
Every so often it does seem to benefit. Definitely people who you would not expect to see benefit. As we see here, this is Mike Skinner going on the inside of the 25 car. Steve Park looking for another position. Vibration reported on the number 63. They're going to try to monitor that issue. As we see Skinner gets around the 25.
Dale Earnhardt into the top 10.
There he is, past the 31. Look, they're too wide, multiple rows here.
Hermie almost took a 3 wide for a second.
That's next week. You can go 3 wide, Hermie, not this week.
Yeah.
It's Talladega next week. And it being so close to the championship has got to make a lot of people nervous.
That'll be fun for the fans. I'm not sure for the drivers.
Oh, it's never fun for the drivers. It's never fun for the commentators either sometimes.
Yeah. Oh, here comes Bill Elliott.
Bill Elliott. Having a pretty good run right now. He's had 2 fourth place finishes in the last 6 races. But other than that, that's a stellar results. And here he is in a sea of blue cars.
His only top 5s this year have been all 4th places for some reason. It's a fun fact, I guess. But yeah, it seems like Awesome Bill from Dawsonville is starting to lose a bit of steam as his career is about coming to a close here in the next coming seasons.
But I know it's Bill Elliott. He's not going to go until you absolutely tell him he can't. I mean, we saw that at Willow Springs when he decided to go and take a flip off of one of the embankments off the side and still continue on as if nothing happened.
Yeah, no, he's definitely one of those old school drivers who won't quit until he's told to, or unless he feels like it, which most of the time is he feels like racing instead.
And he's cleared those 3 cars, the 2 Cranefuss Haas cars and Kevin Harvick. Now he's caught Jeff Burton and Hermie Sadler. They're trying to look to the inside. Ooh, he might be able to get side by side.
Rookie versus veteran.
Looks like the veteran may prevail, but Hermie Sadler putting up a pretty good fight. Don't know if he'll be able to carry it down the backstretch. He will not. And the 98 will take that spot. And we might be having a battle for the lead up here soon. Yes, we do. The 10 of Bobby Hamilton has taken the lead.
And Lake Speed.
Speed is caught up with him. And now Speed's in second.
This is a very impressive run for that 88 crew.
It very much is, especially considering as we go further into the Lake Speed lore here, he started this year for Rainier Walsh Racing in the number 20. And then about midway through the season, he took over the number 88 from Toshio Suzuki, swapping rides with him. And I was saying a few weeks back, they've been trying to find their footing, and I think they found it, considering he's in second, and, well, he might lose second here.
That was not a good move by Speed at all, trying to go the high line. And that's going to allow Sprague to possibly take second back, but Speed is holding on for the most part.
Yeah, I think this is where we're starting to see that little bit of tire fall off. It's given that outside lane a good equalizer. It's not going to last them forever, but it's doing pretty well right now.
That's going to allow Hamilton to start pulling away, though, if these two keep going side by side. And yeah, Speed is going to give up the position to Sprague.
Yeah, they lost 2/10 that time to Bobby Hamilton that time around, just from that side-by-side battle, which is only about half a lap, so they got themselves resorted. Now Jack Sprague can try to track down the 10 once again. And look at the gap between first and 10th and everybody else.
Yeah, pretty much the top 3 are they're pretty much gone, or excuse me, the top 5 is pretty much gone from everybody else as I look at it more. But
yeah, 4.5 seconds to 10th position. And if we look back, the 42 cars on the lead lap, Jimmy Spencer has retired with that. It was a piston failure, as we came to learn. But for 42nd place, that is Joe Ruttman. He is 16 seconds back, and it's about a 30-second lap around here, so he's not in danger of going a lap down yet, but once we get through pit stops coming up, I think that's when we're going to start seeing lap traffic.
yeah, and also Dale Jr., also in 41st, not having a good run so far tonight. Kind of struggling, it seems like.
Oh, we got a battle for the lead, Bruin. Jack Sprague.
Sprague again. Speed waiting in the wings, just like what happened with Hamilton and Sprague the last time they went toe-to-toe.
Well, look at that. Speed's going to give a little bit of a push to the 10. Is that going to be enough? Oh, no. Now he's going to go with the 1.
Nope. He's taking the smart lane.
And through that, Jack Sprague leads this time, lap number 44. Just under 100 to go.
And yeah, before I got interrupted by a battle for the lead happening, look at Dale Earnhardt. He's up into 6th place. Looks like he's got a pretty speedy petty car right now.
Yep, Dale Earnhardt, that Petty Penske 43. I mean, he's got a lot of rough finishes to try to shake off. Yeah, in the last 6 races, his best finish has been 11th. And of the last 3, there's that 35th in New Hampshire and a 32nd in Martinsville. So he is in desperate need of getting something good. And right now, he is making up that gap between the top 5 and him. And the gap between 6th and 7th continues to get larger. So he's still holding pretty strong right now.
Yeah, this is like looking like a old prime Dale Earnhardt from not whatever these last 6 races have been for him.
Yeah, he's getting back into the swing of things. Because, yeah, we talked about the last 6 races for him. The 6 races before that, his worst finish was 12th. So we definitely know it's possible for him. I'm starting to see that life come back to the number 43. We'll take a look here at the second group. Kevin Harvick is up to 8th in the lone DEI entry. He's a guy who's also needed a bit of a rebound, much like the owner of the team he drives for.
Pretty impressive run for someone who's so young.
Yeah, there was a lot of question early on in the season whether or not that they were bringing up Kevin Harvick a little bit too early. There was a lot of praise that he's very good at adapting on the fly, but of course when you come to the Cup Series, it's a different beast. It took him a couple of races, but he started to show enough success here to where looked like, okay, this looks like it's going to be a good option in the long term to help not only advance Kevin Harvick's career, but that 14 car, get it through some of the gaps and some of the problems, like starting so low in owners points early in the year.
Yeah, and also this is a pretty new team as well, so you're going to have a bit of those kinks you got to figure out throughout the season and throughout next year probably for them.
Oh, and look at that. Earnhardt has caught the number 3, Derrike.
Second in points. So that's going to help him in the points race if he ends up in front of Cope by the end of this race.
Gets around him pretty easily. I'm starting to look at the tire fall-offs. We're getting to the point now. We're almost at a second of fall-off. And those pit stops are looming about 10 to 15 laps by our estimates. And the 3 leaders continue to race under a blanket. Bobby Hamilton on the back bumper of the 1. Lake Speed hanging on just a little bit behind, about 3/10 off of the 1.
Hamilton might get the lead back if he's close enough. He's not quite there back on the back bumper spread yet, and he actually lost a bit of time rolling through turn 2 there, but let's see if he gains any down the back stretch here. Speed looks like he's trying a bit of a higher line, trying to gain ground.
Yeah, the higher line hasn't been working for Speed just yet. It looks like these 3 are going to stay single file for a couple of laps. So let's go through. A couple of cars. Let's take a look at this pack here. In the middle, this is where Steve Park has fallen to. He's fallen to 17th after starting in the top 10. Oh, and the issues reported on the 42, actually.
Uh-oh.
Got a tire going down on the 42. How slow is he? Ooh, 80 miles an hour.
Slow. But it looks like he'll make it back.
Gonna have to watch him.
That's gonna affect that 42 team a lot.
Yeah, he's gonna go down a lap because it looks like we're gonna be able to stay green. If he was going to stop on the track, that's when NASCAR would have called the caution, but it looks like he will be able to get to pit road just fine, so we stay green. As Sterling Marlin comes to pit road. fix that tire issue. Gets his service done. If we take a look back here, we've actually caught up right on the good car to talk about. That's the Dale Jarrett. Unlike his teammate Dale Earnhardt, Jarrett's mired back in 28th, racing with the 95 and the 94.
Those are some very interesting cars to race with.
It's definitely not the usual cars that Dale Jarrett's racing with.
Racing with Wally Dallenbach, Joe Nemechek, of course, and I don't even know who's in the 94.
That's Ken Schrader.
Kenny Schrader. Huh.
Yep. Oh, right. And there's the 42.
Kenny's a bit higher in points.
Even with
but yeah, definitely, Sorry.
Oh. Yeah, good. No, you were talking about the 94 higher up in points, and that is with a 50-point penalty he got for intentionally wrecking another competitor under caution. I can't remember off the top of my head who it was, but I remember that's the reason why he's in 17th in points, not 16th.
So, really not much of a change, but yeah, Jarrett looks like that. He's struggling with that setup right now, but since we're coming up on pit stop soon, hopefully that crew can fix that setup up and he can start flying through the field and get where he's supposed to be, you know, like 10th and 5th and whatever else.
And you're speaking of flying, we saw the 42 come out of pit road right in front of these guys, and he took off. He has passed several cars already on that fresh tires right now. He's cleared 5 of them. He's cleared the 29, now trying to get past the 46. Remember, Sterling Marlin is still a lap down, but this is going to be really good to try to get one of those laps back, sitting 2 down.
Here's another car that's struggling up ahead, that being the 6 of Jeff Gordon. He looks like he's I mean, 24th. It's not really struggling, but with how we said in the pre-race show, how consistent Jeff Gordon has been this season, that's very low for his standards.
Yeah, this is... I don't think this was the race that we were expecting for Jeff. It's just like at least on the positive side of 20th, at least, but... Yeah, I think he's looking really forward to that first pit stop because I have a feeling they're going to probably take a swing or two on the adjustments. Oh, and we got pit stops already, speaking of which. Saw the 1 of Jack Sprague was in, and the 31 of John Andretti. Rusty Wallace also in.
Here comes Joe Ruttman as well, but he doesn't matter.
Now here come the rest of the leaders, the 10 and the 88.
Earnhardt staying out.
Earnhardt should get credit for leading that lap. Yes, he does. Ricky Rudd in second position. His pit stops are underway. This is where things start to get interesting.
And it looks like Earnhardt's coming in this time but Rudd is going to stay out another lap, it looks like? Maybe? Yes.
What do you think, Anthony? From what we're seeing so far, is staying out going to be the smart option?
From the looks of it, I don't think that's really the smart option. I mean, we saw with Sterling Marlin, with that last pit stop, he was flying on those fresh tires against the cars on the lead lap. So I don't think the long-run strategy is the strategy you want to take during these pit stops, and it looks like he'll be coming in this time by.
We'll definitely watch out for that.
Yeah, it also depends on if we get a caution.
Like we did just now. There it is.
Oh, wow, okay. We were talking about how nobody wanted to see a caution during pit stops, and we just got one. So you jinxed it, Mike.
And oh boy, we're gonna we're gonna catch it. We're gonna catch you up on what caused the caution. Well, we're gonna have to see. We're gonna see something really interesting coming back from it. So here's David Green. We've got Sterling Marlin, who's making his way up through the field and just dive bombs the 24. A little bit of contact, almost. Oh man! Near disaster for the 1 and the 88.
I think the 1 clipped him a bit. But yeah, very, very strange accident there. I'm not sure what Sterling Marlin was thinking there. Trying to dive bomb a car who, Marlin was a couple laps down as well, so...
Yeah, let's get an onboard here.
Yeah.
With that 42 car.
I don't think Green is going to appreciate that.
I think that was just no consideration for the guy you're driving around.
Yeah. Oh, that completely shakes up the field.
Yes, indeed, as we head back to live here, this caught a lot of guys off guard. And that 99 car, I think, just trapped a lot of guys a lap down.
Oh, man.
Yeah. We'll get everything sorted, and we'll be back with the restart right after this. Welcome back, everyone, to the 1997 NR2003 Draft Series. We're going to lead out with already a penalty announcement. The 42 of Sterling Marlin has been penalized. Will be penalized 50 points at the conclusion of this race for what is something that could have very easily been avoided. And at the tail end of this line here, somewhere, is your leader, Jack Sprague. He leads. Ricky Rudd is second. Hermie Sadler is up to third after the pit road shenanigans. Ricky Craven, fourth. And Bobby Hamilton, your top 5. Lake Speed, 6th. Dale Earnhardt, 7th. Mike Skinner, 8th. Derrike Cope, 9th. And Bobby Labonte, 10th.
Yeah, the top 10 is pretty normal, besides the couple stragglers that somehow managed to make the pit stops work and gain positions on that. But Sprague's still somehow leading, although I think he does have some front-end damage, possibly, from that accident. I think he was the one who clipped David Green when he was sliding down the banking. But we'll see if that affects him at all during this restart.
And here we go. We are green once again. And oh boy, everybody's choosing a different lane. We were too wide already before we even got to the green.
Yeah, this might be a little bit of a mess to figure out for the leaders. As here comes Craven for third.
Craven looking to the inside of the 36. Pontiac past the Pontiac. He's going to get help from Lake Speed in the 88 and Dale Earnhardt in the 43.
Derrike Cope as well. Oh, Joe Nemechek also somehow up here.
Is that fourth position? Yes, it is. The Nemechek is in 11th. So pit road playing into the favor of that 87 car right now. There's the 99. Craven has caught him, but Jack Sprague is trying to pull away from these guys right now.
He might be able to. There's a lot of lap traffic getting into the way of Rudd. And if he keeps picking off lap cars one by one, he might gain a huge lead after getting through all these cars who were tail end of the lead lap.
Yeah, this is definitely, if you are third, fifth on back, it's like, congratulations, you're in the top 5, you're in the top 10, but there is a lot of there's going to be a big distance between you and the leader. And there's the 95 of Wally Dallenbach. Got pushed a little bit up the track by the 46 of Mike Bliss. Looks like he's able to sort it out, though.
Earnhardt's up to third, by the way. So, or excuse me, Derrike Cope, not Dale Earnhardt. Never mind.
There he is. Looks like that they've got he's about a second behind the one of Jack Sprague, and then there's a bit of a gap forming between him and fourth place on back. That's Nemechek and Craven, the tail end of the top 5. And Sprague right now, he's got the 99 on his back bumper.
Rudd's gotten through the hot traffic pretty easily than I thought. Might have a chance at the lead here. Got some room on the inside. Here he comes. Nope. Sprague shuts the door.
That was really close right there. It looked like Sprague was going to leave just enough of a car underneath, but he manages to get back down in time.
Somehow David Green is up into the top 10 despite that accident. Up in 9th currently.
You know, I did not notice David Green, and I think sometime... Sure, why not? Well, let's go with it.
Yeah, with how this race is going, why not? Why not?
That is called the luck falling in your favor. I don't think you should ever gamble again, because I don't think you're going to get that kind of luck.
Oh, here comes Rudd. No, he's not close enough.
He's trying to close in on that one car, but...
He's getting close. He just can't find a way to get around him.
Doesn't help when you have 2 cars blocking both lanes on either side. There's Randy LaJoy in the 29, Ted Musgrave in the 38.
Yeah, this lap traffic is being a bit of a nuisance for these guys. Especially Rudd trying to battle for the lead. And LaJoy's getting in a bit of a way there, but not much.
They are putting up a pretty good distance between them and the rest of the lead lap cars. Derrike Cope's hanging in, but it is 1.5 seconds, and the gap continues to increase for fourth on back.
Nemechek up to 4th, by the way.
Joe Nemechek. We were talking about him battling with Dale Jarrett all the way back in 28th. 4 pit stops. After pit stops, he's in 4th.
Well, that's not the guy that I would expect here being in 4th place. You would expect it to be Dale Jarrett, but no. Joe Nemechek has played this strategy perfectly, and now he's in the top 5.
Doing very well for that Roush number 87. Remember, he did miss a couple races earlier on because of an injury here at Charlotte, him and the 29. So, there's a bit more history here.
Yeah, that's gotta feel good for Joe. Getting revenge over Charlotte a bit, I guess you could say. And he might go for 3rd here. He's up with Derrike Cope now.
Yeah, he's been doing pretty good with the flow of traffic right now. Closing in on the number 3. Still about, they've got 1 lapper in between, but 40 of Todd Bodine looks like he's going to stay up on the outside lane. The 3 goes a little bit towards the middle of the track. I thought he was going to get a little bit higher than that. It looks like he'll be fine, but the 87 has been allowed to close in right to his back bumper.
A good block there by Derrike Cope. Is that the 16 in the top 10?
Mike McLaughlin?
Mike McLaughlin.
Indeed it is.
Wow.
He was doing an absolutely stellar when he filled in for Joe Nemechek, who we were just talking about. And then since they gave him the 16, it's been a couple of on and off. It's been a little bit off and on. Coming off of a D&Q and a 36th place finish at Martinsville. A top 10 is certainly to put all that behind them.
Very interesting how this is all somehow connected with each other with these storylines.
I know, it's like this is a movie in the making. Directors, take note. We've got 3 Roush cars up here in the top 10. The 99, the 87, and the 16. Oh, and the 16, he just fell out, but he's still there. In the top
7
15.
got around him. That being Ernie Irvin.
Another guy in the top 10, Ernie Irvin. He's been in that same kind of quiet phase. He won the Daytona 500, and he hasn't won since, unfortunately. He's got 3 top 5s though, as well in the season, and they've all been 5th place.
Looks like we got a battle for the lead.
Looks to be the case. Yeah, there he is. Ricky Rudd on the back bumper of the 1.
He's closing in. He's peeking down low, but just can't quite make a move just yet. Sprague is doing some great blocking here, making sure that he doesn't not get the inside line at all.
And there's the 99 trying to move around, find a little bit more air on the front of his car, be able to get some sort of a run. Here he goes down the backstretch into turn 3.
Here he comes.
Looking for help from the 94, the lapper, and he's got it. Ricky Rudd to the lead.
That was a beautiful move by Rudd.
And once again, the 99 finds himself up at the front, looking for his 3rd win in 4 races.
That's just insane if he gets that done.
It took us a while for anybody to get to 3 wins on the year. If Ricky Rudd decides to get them all so close to each other, well, I would say they figured something absolutely stellar out at that Roush camp.
Yeah, 100%. Nemechek, by the way, is now up to 3rd, but he's like 2 seconds behind the leaders.
Still, though, this is a good time to get yourself into that 3rd position. The cars are getting a lot more strung out from each other, so it's going to be a little bit more difficult to try to slice your way through the field as this long run starts to come into play.
Yeah, 100%. And this will be an interesting little stint of the race. This and until like the 2nd round of pit stops, it'll be interesting to see how that long run strategy works out. Unless we get a caution, of course, and you know that changes things in an instant.
And speaking of that caution, I mean, let's take a look at how many cars ended up a lap down as the finale from that. 27 remain on the lead lap. The 94 is actually the first car 1 lap down, but 27 on the lead lap for now, and nobody 2 laps down, and just the 1 car out, the 71 of Jimmy Spencer. So right now, Ricky Rudd is just closing in on the tail end of the lead lap here. That's the 37 of Johnny Vincent Jr., Michael Waltrip, and the 30 of Rusty Wallace. When they initially catch the lappers like this is usually going to give a little bit of chance for the guy in 2nd and 3rd to close in. But if they can't close in enough in time, that'll give the 99 a chance to just drive on away.
Yeah, and he also has a lap car to deal with right in front of him, that being the 94. He's got to get around that lap traffic. That kind of acts like a buffer for Ricky Rudd currently, and it's working out perfectly for him.
And there's another wrench for the 1 car, the 5 of Ron Hornaday. Hornaday went a lap down, and he's all over the 1, trying to get his way back up to the leader and get his lap back. Here he goes to the inside.
And it looks like, besides this race, it looks like Hornaday is easily going to win Rookie of the Year this season over his teammate, that being David Green.
So far, that looks to be the case, so this doesn't really affect the Rookie of the Year battle as much, but he is still 6th in points So he's trying to hold on against that because he's got the 2. He's ahead of the 2 and the 9 in points. And not by much. He's only got 12 over Jarrett and then 23 over Morgan Shepherd. So this is not going to help him in that regard unless he can get his lap back.
He would really like a caution right about now.
That would really help, but it's not going to get him his lap back, unfortunately. There's no free pass or anything like that. There have been talks about implementing a free pass, but that would be a year or 2 out at the least. So we see the 99 getting past the 82 of Elliott Sadler, that second Wood Brothers car, putting now 4 cars between him and the 1 of Jack Sprague.
Yeah, Rudd looks like he's got a pretty fast car right now. He just needed to get around Sprague to be able to take the lead, and then he can just cruise all the way till the end, perhaps.
Things looking very good right now for that 99 car. Jack Sprague, Joe Nemechek starting to catch the 1 car, actually. And then it is 4 seconds back to 4th place, which is Mike Skinner in the number 11. Skinner driving for Junior Johnson and Associates. He has a 2nd place already on the year, several top 10s to complement, but he has not led a lap all season. This looks like he might get freight trained by a sea of red.
That's a lot of red cars.
Oh, Ernie Irvan trying to duck down, get past the 24 car. Almost got near the grass. Stay in it though, and a lot of cars are going by the 11. There's Ernie Irvan. There's the 21, Bobby Labonte. Now we got a couple more. Dale Earnhardt, Steve Park at the tail end of the top 10.
Technically, Earnhardt is currently in front of Bobby Hamilton right now. Well, I guess that might not last.
Yeah, Hamilton's closing pretty quickly here. But there's Mark Martin, like right behind him. We were praising him for consistency, and here he is in 35th right now.
Yeah, a lot of drivers that we were praising during the pre-race for consistency just kind of struggling in tonight's race.
It's really interesting to see sometimes, especially when you have so many of that. And you have so many guys of one category just are straight up doing poorly during the race. And there's 3 wide right here. That's the 2, Dale Jarrett. He was 3 wide with the 63 and the 25. They get themselves sorted out, though.
Nemechek's up to 2nd.
Oh, and oh my goodness.
How did that happen?
During that time,
oh my goodness,
when we were focusing on the back half of the top 10, Nemechek got around the 1, and the Roush cars really have figured something out. Because now we have a Roush 1-2. It is Rudd and Nemechek coming up on lap number 101, 40 to go.
Oh man, if Nemechek somehow manages to win, that would be insane. And he is closing in on Rudd.
By a good margin.
With 40 laps to go.
That time around, he ran a 31.7. Rudd ran a 33.4.
Wow.
And with pit stops not expected until lap 120, That's plenty good time for the 87 to make up a lot of ground. If he can get around these guys, he's going to go 3 wide.
3 wide! Oh, I don't think that's going to work out for him.
No, it did not. For once, being on the inside of 3 wide does not work out.
That was a very interesting move by Nemechek there. But that might lose him ground on Rudd currently.
Yeah, we're going to see it this time by. Look at that.
Oh, yeah, he lost a ton of ground. Not very ideal.
Very not ideal for the number 87 car. Jack Sprague has
but
started...
still, he...
Oh, sorry, you go.
Yeah, he could still... I mean, we'll see during pit stops if the crew chief decides to maybe go with a little bit of a different strategy compared to Rudd. He could possibly take the lead after pit stops.
Yeah, I could see an undercut strategy or something of the sorts working for the 87 car, because it seems like that they're both pretty good on pace, but he's just going to need that little bit extra to get through that last dash to the finish of around 20 laps. That's what we're going to be probably looking at.
Yeah, and also that would help with the whole lap car situation that he's trying to deal with, where he tried to take it 3 wide. With pit stops, I mean, lap traffic will still get in the way, but if he undercuts it, he'll be closer to Rudd, and lap traffic might not become as big of a factor as it is currently.
Now let's take a look ahead of the leaders. And we've got the 30 Rusty Wallace, and then we've got this group of about 5 cars with Adam Morgan Shepherd, Harvick, Andretti, Jeff Gordon, Ward Burton, and the other Burton as well, Jeff. These 5 or 6 cars, I think, are going to be the ones that you'll have to keep an eye on when we come up to those pit stops, because they're the ones that the leaders are going to catch. So that's going to be who the leaders are going to have to deal with, most likely, when they come around for that final round of pit stops, which should be coming up in the next 15 laps or so.
And yeah, with this lap traffic, Nemechek has kind of stalled out currently.
Yeah, the gap at 1.1 seconds, and only now has he gotten around one of those lappers. There's still 3 cars between him and the number 99. And there's the one at Jack Sprague. He's coming in early.
Oh, wow. Very very big undercut.
Is he going to bring anyone with him, I wonder? But it's just...
No, it looks like... Yeah, it's just him.
Interesting play here for the 1 car. Let's see what he does. Looks like it will be a 4-tire stop. There's the 25. I think everyone's going to try to undercut this.
Oh man, this will be very interesting to watch.
There's Sterling Marlin. He's coming in after his little endeavors with 24 to bring out the first caution of the day. There's the 30. Connie Benson. Sprague so far the only leader. Oh, Dale Earnhardt.
Earnhardt coming in.
So pit stops are underway a couple laps earlier than we expected.
I think that might be Nemechek right there. Oh, nope, never mind.
Randy LaJoy in. There's some more cars. There's Rudd. He's staying out longer this time. It did work out for him last time. Him and Nemechek have stayed out so far. Oh, Nemechek's... Oh, no, Nemechek's got a tire going down.
No!
No!
No,
That's going to be a
the
caution
drive's
if he stops
over.
on the backstretch.
Yeah, he can't make it around. He's going to stop.
That's a caution. And the caution is out during pit stops, but it's not because of shenanigans. It's because of an unfortunate tire failure by the 87.
Oh, man.
You can't make this up. You just can't make this up.
You hate to see it. And it happens during pit stops again.
Surely the racing gods have run out of wrenches to throw at this race. Surely. Oh. I say that and the 99 almost got sideswiped.
Oh, dearie me. Well,
here comes the 99. And he goes and makes his pit stop. We'll take another break, and we'll be right back with the restart right after this. Welcome back, everyone, to the 1997 NR2003 Draft Series. After the second caution of the race, caught a lot of guys off guard, and we end up with 16 cars on the lead lap after all that. Your leader is Ernie Irvan in the number 7. Second place is going to be the 99, Ricky Rudd. Then it'll be Mike McLaughlin. In fourth, the 11 of Mike Skinner, Dale Earnhardt Jr., who's made his way up to 5th. David Green in 6th, Bobby Hamilton in 7th, Jack Sprague in 8th, Steve Park in 9th, and Derrike Cope rounding out your top 10. Ready to go back green here on lap number 120 of 140. 21 laps to go. I think it's just going to be a straight sprint from here, Anthony.
yeah, totally. It's going to be a very interesting finish, that's for sure, with only 18 cars on the lead lap and Ernie Irvan leading the race. We'll see if, well, Rudd's all the way back there. We'll see if he can manage to make up the ground once we get the green flag back going.
Here it is. We are green again. See how it fans out for everybody. There's Johnny Andretti trying to get his lap back, but Ernie Irvan closes the door for now.
He does not want to be on that outside. If he gets stuck on that outside line, that might spell trouble for him. And that was a pretty nice block there on Andretti.
Yeah, Ernie Irvan putting up a pretty good fight right now as we see the 99. He's in the background trying to make his way through the lappers. Here comes Andretti.
There goes Andretti.
To the inside. Looking for his lap back.
Ernie is hanging on so far.
He's hanging tough.
I don't think he's going to win this battle because it doesn't seem like the outside line throughout this entire race has been very good in turns 3 and 4, but no, he's just going to give it up to Andretti. Probably going to try to get in front of Gordon. No, he cannot.
Oh, we got a car coming out of pit road. That's a 40 of Todd Bodine. Came in for looked like a stop and go penalty. Coming back out onto the track now.
Doesn't seem like that'll affect the leaders at all.
Nope, but he does get onto the track safely. That's what I was a little bit concerned about. And oh yeah, we saw Lake Speed get shuffled through several positions out the tail end. So it's back up to the front.
Got rear end damage. Now Rudd's stuck on the outside line.
He's got Sterling Marlin there.
Trying to beat out Marlin. He cannot quite clear yet. Might be able to. He's got an edge on him in turn 4. Doesn't look like he's going to win that battle, though, and he might be in some trouble here. Because Irvan is now down to the inside line. Between some lap traffic. And if Rudd starts dropping back, Irvan might have this win in the bag.
I don't know. There's Mike McLaughlin closing in the number 16.
Oh, I didn't realize he was on the lead lap.
He's got right to the back bumper of the 7.
Okay. Here he comes.
Doing very good right now, tailing the number 7 with a really good chance. With third place being a second back. Here he comes to the inside. Mike McLaughlin looking for the lead.
Oh my goodness, if he somehow ends up winning this.
Sends it in. They're side by side out of turn 4. Looking to lead this time around. It's going to be Ernie Irvin who leads this time around. But McLaughlin remains on the inside. Gonna have help from the 17. McLaughlin getting a little bit of a better run down the backstretch. 17.
David Green is coming as well.
In 4th place, he brought out the first caution of the day. After getting turned.
What a recovery drive for him. And now McLaughlin is clear.
Mike McLaughlin to the front late in this race. How about that? He only started racing after the first Charlotte race this year. As a fill-in driver.
Amazing stuff.
Got the full-time ride. And now, out to about 0.2 of a second as here comes Ricky Rudd to the inside of the 7 for second.
Still got a lot of lap traffic to get through for Rudd if he wants a chance at the lead. Green might be able to get 3rd here with a quick move, and not quite. He ran out of time. Looked like he had enough of a run, but Irvin made a nice block there to hold him off, and never mind, I spoke too soon. Here he comes for 3rd.
Not able to block him twice to the inside goes the 24 to the inside of the 7. Rudd looking for the lead. David Green looking for 3rd. He's got 3rd. Also closing further in the back, that's the 10 of Bobby Hamilton. Hamilton up the 5th.
He could extend the points lead a lot today.
Just looking ever more likely that that 10 is going to get the title. Especially if he can cap off this run. Right now, currently in 5th. Oh, he's past the 7. That's 4th. The trends say that he ends up 3rd. Uh-oh, the 99 of Ricky Rudd closing in on the 16 of Mike McLaughlin. Roush teammates battling 1-2 for the lead and for the win. Less than 10 to go.
Oh, here comes Rudd. Here he comes, looking to the inside. He's got room.
Side by side through turns 1 and 2. Rudd's got the advantage. And Rudd takes the lead. David Green in 3rd. Caught the leader so far, looking for 2nd.
Oh, Green coming as well. Whatever repairs they made to that 24, it did not slow him down whatsoever, but he's got to quickly get around Mike McLaughlin if he wants a chance at the lead here, and McLaughlin is not giving up 2nd quite yet.
No, and that's allowing the 99 to get a bit of a gap out now. Hamilton has caught these two.
Oh, but he's stuck on the outside line. He might be in trouble.
Oh, look at that crossover!
What a crossover move!
Great run by the 10 as he gets around both the lapper and the 16 and moves into 3rd. I don't think it's over.
No, it's not over. It's not over by the slightest of margins.
Green has some clean air. He was 0.8 of a second behind the 99. last time around. This time to the stripe. He actually loses a tenth.
He lost ground.
9/10 of a second.
Rudd is flying. And Hamilton is there.
Gonna have a good chance to try to get down to the inside for a second. Not able to make the move just yet.
Gonna get some clean air on that front end, but he just does not have any room underneath the 24. Can't quite make the move just yet. Rudd's dealing with some lap traffic currently. He did gain some ground, but here comes Hamilton. 5 laps to go.
Hamilton with a clear shot at second. If he can stick the corner through turns 1 and 2, he's got it. Hamilton up to second, now trying to chase down the 99, who's not been able to get around that 31 of John Andretti.
This could spell trouble for Rudd if he cannot get around Andretti, because Hamilton is closing on him. Oh, he actually lost ground that lap. So, Rudd might be safe for now if these drivers keep closing and losing time. And he might actually get around Andretti this time. Not quite. But we are running out of time. Got 4 laps to go, and Hamilton's got to gain ground in about 4 laps. We'll see if he gains ground this time.
That time around, he gained a 10th. It's a good start, but not... I don't think it's going to be enough.
Yeah, it might not be enough. He's going to hope that Andretti keeps slowing him down, and it looks like he's gaining a ton of ground there as he heads down the backstretch.
There's Rudd. Andretti goes a little bit wide. Rudd might have an opportunity to get around this time.
Not quite. 2 to go.
3/10. Now the gap.
Hamilton gained a ton of ground.
Hamilton closing in the final stretches. And Andretti continues to block the 99. This is good news for Bobby Hamilton. Coming up now to the white flag.
Gonna have 1 more lap to do it. He's peeking to the inside. He doesn't have enough of a run, though, to get side by side with Rudd just yet.
But he's on the back bumper. Goes a little bit wide.
Oh, slides up, though. That might have just killed the run there, unless he gets a good run down the back.
They got a slower lapper.
He does.
Here comes the 10.
Here he comes.
Bobby Hamilton's going to force it 3 wide. To the inside of the 99 he goes.
Hamilton.
Hamilton with the slight advantage. Coming out of turn 4. Bobby Hamilton takes the win here at Charlotte.
Wow. Unbelievable. What a finish.
Hamilton got it. Wow. And I think that's the makings of a champion right there.
100%. That just extended his points lead a lot there with Cope. I'm not even sure where Cope finished. Earnhardt finished in the top 10, but he's not going to gain a lot of ground if he finishes behind Hamilton. But what a finish that was.
I think that's worthy just to look back again. So there they were, side by side. They almost got side by side. Hamilton slides up through the corner, and you're thinking, is he done? But no, here comes the 88. That's the slower lapped car. 31 goes low. 99 tries to go with him, unable to, puts him in an opportunity to get put side by side with the 99. Bobby Hamilton slides through on the inside, takes the advantage out of turn 4, and gets the win. Well, doesn't matter how many wrenches they'll throw, the racing gods will throw into your race. They're always ready to throw another one in.
No doubt about it.
So let's go through your top 10. It was Bobby Hamilton, Ricky Rudd, David Green, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Ricky Craven rounds out the top 5. Mike McLaughlin finishes 6th after leading. Was so close near the end of the race. Ernie Irvan finishes 7th. Harry Gant 8th. Bobby Labonte 9th. Dale Earnhardt 10th. 18 cars finish on the lead lap. And then we had Lake Speed and Todd Bodine finished 2 laps down. Hermie Sadler and Jimmy Spencer out with mechanical issues. Anthony, that was your first race here for the draft series. What are your thoughts?
What a race that was. Just absolutely crazy race. It was kind of normal to begin with. Then pit stops happened. The caution came out. And then it happened again. And that just added on to the insane sort of race we had today. Just crazy. It was a good race as well. Multiple battles for the lead. And that finish, that was just the icing on what a phenomenal cake this has been.
That seems to be the case of the draft series. It'll throw you for a million different roller coasters and then produce something amazing at the end. And looking forward, it's only going to get more insane. We have Talladega next week, which,
Boy.
It's Talladega. I think that's all I need to say.
That really is all you need to say.
Then from there, we're almost at the end of the season. We round out with North Carolina, Phoenix, and then season finale at Atlanta Motor Speedway. That's how the next few weeks look. But that'll do it for us now. For Anthony McClure, I'm Michael Paz. This is the Draft Series. We will see you all next time at the behemoth known as Talladega. Bye-bye.